Hey guys, this is Brian and Raul here with another installation video series by the Seat Shop. We're going to show you how to install leather seat covers on an Acura MDX, the 2001 through 2006 model. Here at the Seat Shop, we manufacture factory matched leather seat covers for trucks, SUVs, so that way you can replace just your driver's side bottom cover or an armrest cover, whatever's worn out in the truck. You can replace a single piece that'll match the rest of the interior. That way you don't have to redo the whole interior, you don't have to redo the whole truck, just do whatever's worn out. So we're going to walk you through step by step how to take apart this Acura seat. We're going to do the bottom here. Got a couple basic tools. We got some flatheads, Phillips heads. Got a 10mm socket, and I believe we got a 14mm socket. Gonna have some snips. We're gonna cut some hog rings off and a pry tool, and we got a socket drive here, so I'm gonna have to do everything by hand. So very basic, pretty much every little normal tools you'll have around, nothing special. We'll start pulling this thing apart, and here we go. Awesome.
All right.
We'll get this side panel first that we're gonna pull off the control panel. So we're just gonna a series of some Phillips head screws down the side here. We'll just start pulling these out.
So you're gonna have 3 on each side.
There we go. There we go.
There he goes.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
Now.
So one of the important things on these side panels is that there's actually a little piece of metal here that's angled down. So whenever you pull it out, you unclip the top button part.
Is there a push tab on the top of that piece?
So that's what it is. It goes up.
So the push tab goes up? Okay.
Yeah. So you actually have to go up and out.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Gotcha. So here's.
And disconnect.
We'll show you that clip here in just a second. All the power connections are quick connects. They'll just push a little tab down and they'll pull out. Should be, yes, let's push towards the back. There we go, that comes out. So that tab that Raul was talking about right here, this is plastic little little space here that this metal tab here goes up into it. So when it's going on, it comes here, then down into it. So to get it off, you've got to pull it out of that plastic pocket. So just know that's there, so you don't just yank out, yank towards you and break that tab.
Break it out.
So we'll put that aside. We'll flip that. Do we need to pull this bottom piece? I think
no,
that one stays. Okay, let's get the flip the other side. Okay, a couple more Phillips on this side.
Yeah, I was about to say the screws will probably fall out on their own when you pull the panel out.
Yeah, that if you got a magnet, they never use it, they'll come out. A little pile.
And then
this front panel.
This one goes down like that.
Oh, there we go.
It's got a little pocket as well, and you should be able to see the little pocket that slides in.
It's got this little notch right there, and this little hook comes down into it there. So that's what you just lift up and out. All right, now we'll fold the bottom panel. So another plastic panel here. There's a couple,
3 Phillips.
3 Phillips. Okay.
Yeah, and they're kind of tricky to get to. You're actually gonna have to put the screwdriver back here behind the motor, so you're gonna have to. It can't be done with the short screwdriver. It's gonna be the longer one.
Some length to it, and some of the wires run across the front, maybe in the way you have to kind of move them around, but you can get to them.
Oh, there's 4 of them.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Let's do that. Is that? There's one in the center here. Might need a longer screwdriver for this one. Let's see.
Well, actually, I got an idea, man. Let's take this off right here.
Yeah, that'll work. Let's pull that first.
Okay. So not all of them have this option. I believe the ones that with the res do, it's going to be a CD changer underneath the seat. If yours doesn't have it, you don't have to worry about the step. But if it does, you're going to have to remove it because it's going to be in the way.
Which got a couple 10mm? Yeah,
yep,
there's
some
10mm nuts on the very front under those pieces.
There it goes.
Boom. And then we got a quick connect here. so quick connect. Come on.
There we go.
All right,
We'll set this aside as well.
Okay, now we can get those other screws here.
Yep. And this one right here is the tricky one because you actually had to put the screwdriver between the motor. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I don't want to drop that screw. There we go.
Okay, there's a push tab here. There we go. Okay. Perfect. We'll set that aside. Now, once you got that off, if you ever need to pick the seat up, move it around, make sure you don't grab it by this bar here because this is all the gear assembly on the motor track. So there's another bar underneath it, this metal that's all welded into the frame. Grab that. If you grab this piece and yank up on it, it's all the drive that runs from left to right that turns the gears to move your seat up and forward and back and everything, it comes undone. It's going to be a real pain to get that gear all fitted back in there. So just make sure you don't grab the seat by there and lift it up because it's you'd add a couple hours to your install.
Yeah.
When you do that. I've done that before on some different models. So next we need to pull the seat pan off.
Right.
So we got 2 bolts on each side, or 2 nuts I believe. We're on the 14. We're going to come on the side. Let's show this where they are. We got there's going to be a bolt there, and then same on the other side.
That's pretty much the only thing holding the pan. The only problem is that all the wires are hooked up directly to the pan. So once you unbolt them, don't just go out and yank the pan out. You got to be really carefully. We're going to disconnect everything.
Yeah, we'll find all the power connections that hook into the pan too. So. Go.
All right. And so now it's actually pretty easy to just
back or
yeah,
okay.
We flip it on its back.
Okay, so then just pull it up a little bit and then start seeing what wires are going where and what's holding the what's that's part of the frame that's attached to the seat pan.
Most of the plugs that you're going to have to unplug are this module right here. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, the big black module right in the center of the seat here. It's going to be a bunch of quick connects. We need to release all these guys out. There we go. There's those 2.
Come on now.
This one's been kind of difficult.
Yeah. There it goes. Oh, no, maybe not.
Give it a whirl. Let's see. Let's see the screwdriver. I'll push in on it. Like every other one I've ever done.
Yeah, that's that last one stuck up on there.
It's odd. I wonder if it's got a double. No, not double.
Because I mean, it's got that tab on there.
You push in on it and see if you can pull it while I'm pushing.
There it goes.
That was easy.
There it goes. Well, it's because I think it had kind of started to melt or something.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right, now let's see what else is still hooking on.
It's pretty much all of these. Oh.
Yeah, we're good. We can get a couple of these pieces. So we'll come with our pry tool. We'll start popping some of these off here. To the bottom. There's that.
A lot of them aren't going to be reusable just because they're kind of the zip tie push-ins, and so you don't have to worry about possibly breaking one because you can end up replacing them with zip ties.
There we go. Okay.
And then we need to snip these wires that are back here. Are
These are some of the zip ties that hold the bundles of wires together?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. There's a lot of wires on the underneath side of these, so a lot of them when there's a big cluster of wires, they'll run some zip ties around to cluster them all together. So you'll need to snip some of those zip ties.
Just make sure you don't catch any of the wires.
Yeah, be real careful you don't snip any of the wires. All right,
got some more in there.
Let's pull this. Let's go ahead and pull this piece of the cover off. So this two little tabs here, because there's a hole in this back flap that some of the wiring runs through. So we'll get some of it out of the way. But there's another piece that's here. Let's see. I go and snip that.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Okay. This is a. Okay. What I'm gonna do before we always have to pull all the wires off. Should we go and just let that up there? I know I've done it many times before without cutting that, but it'd be a whole lot easier to just cut it off right now.
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
And just run them through the original one?
Yeah. Here's some scissors right here. So we're going to go, I'm just going to cut this flap off. There we go. Just makes it a lot quicker than actually.
And just make sure you disconnect this last one.
There we go. All right, perfect. Now, set this aside. Now, when you're putting just a new bottom, if your top's in good shape and you just need to do your top, and you just need to do your bottom, and you're leaving your top the same, what you want to do is you're going to want to clean the leather. Of all things, it sounds really, really freaking odd. The Scrubbing Bubbles bathroom cleaner. It's fantastic for a one-time scrub. Just spray a panel at a time, and then hit it with a little bristle brush, and then wipe it off. You don't want to spray a bunch on there and let it sit and soak or anything like that. But you can hit a panel at a time. So like, we'll take this and we'll just I'll just do this panel here. We'll coat it in, and you don't have to scrub real hard. Just real light over the top, and just kind of loosen everything up, all the dirt and oils and everything. Like that. Take your rag, wipe it off. You're good. And just keep going panel by panel all the way around it. Get it real dry, and then you want to come back over it with a conditioner. Really just rub it a bunch in your hand. Just rub it all throughout the cover. Afterwards, let it all dry up real good. That way, when you get the bottom on, you're gonna have a great match. Because the top, the leather, when it's old from people sliding in and out all the time, sweat and oils and stuff, it buffs a shine onto the leather. And so this will help pull all the grease and oils off. And then when you put the new bottom on, it's gonna be a great match. We'll throw this out of the way and we'll start tearing the bottom cover off. All right, so this cover's got a lot of hog rings that hold it on underneath side. Start snipping those off. There's probably 6 or 8 across the front, and there's a couple clips here at the back. There's little metal bars that come on the factory one that run through some little black slits in the underneath of the cover. That's what gives the hog ring some body to hold on to. So our new covers will have the same little loop. It's sewn in that you can refeed the bar back through it. So whenever you're pulling it off, don't chunk these things, or don't chunk your cover without snaking these metal bars back out of the original cover, because you'll want to reuse those. All right, and we'll pull some of these plastic tabs. These tabs just literally just hook around the middle. You get a flathead screwdriver, and you can pry those off. There we go. There's that. Got one more at the back here.
All right.
That's clear there.
Yeah, that's everything.
Perfect. Now, when we start pulling this off, we're just going to start in one corner and just kind of get the edge around it. We don't want to just yank it off yet, because we want to see how everything is attached to where the cover attaches to the surface of the foam. We want to see if it's either going to be Velcro or hog rings, that kind of stuff, so we don't rip it off. This one actually happens to be hog ringed on. So there's little bars that are in the foam, and there's a long metal bar that's sewn into the cover that hog rings down onto the frame, to the foam. So we'll take our snips and we're going to go around and cut all the hog rings off. The new cover is going to have all the same corresponding attachments. So everything, when you're putting it back on, it's just basically doing the exact opposite of taking it off. So we'll go through and snip all these out.
One thing to note whenever you pull this front part off is to be very careful, because the seat heater comes all the way forward. and the factory ones use very, very thin wires.
Okay.
And so if it still works, you want to be very careful so that way it still works whenever you put your new cover on.
Yep. All right. Come out of there. There we go. That side. Here, we're on that side there.
Yeah.
Snaps. I'll hold it back here and give you some more clearance. Go. After you get all these snipped, you want to go back there and pull all the little pieces of the hog rings out of there. So you don't want to have any little parts that you snipped off floating around in there. You don't want them to somehow work their way up to the surface and cut through or poke you underneath. Sometimes you got to cut each ring a couple times to get it all the way completely removed.
Okay, come on, let it go. There it goes. This one, I think I didn't want to let go. There it goes. Oh, that one is?
There we go.
All right.
All right, now.
And so now
We'll go to the, now these, I like to pull these bars out first. There's these long bars that run through here. If you snake it through, because there's hog ring across horizontally in the center of the seat, and it's hard to fold it back to get to all those. You can twist this thing, let's see.
we actually on ours you don't reuse these.
No, we don't reuse, okay, on our new ones we'll have the hog ring bars. There's a piece of cloth that's got a hard plastic rim crimped onto it that's sewn into it, so you don't have to reuse these. Okay, that's pulled out.
There you go.
You pull back?
Yeah. There we go.
There we go. That's plenty of room now. Now this thing will fold back a whole lot easier. Grab the snips and I'll open them up for you. Whoa. Okay. Next set of hog rings. Whenever you're buying the cover, you would definitely, if you don't have a set of hog ring pliers, you're going to want to get a set. We offer the hog ring pliers on the website as well. Because doing this with the set of needle nose pliers when you're setting the new one back on is not fun. It's not something you want to do. So if you don't have a set of hog ring pliers, make sure you get you a set when you're buying the cover. The cover will come with a baggie of new hog rings. So if you do have a set of hog ring pliers, it will come with new hog rings to use. But if you don't have any pliers, pick up a set.
Nothing.
I'm still holding. There we go. So it's still holding too.
It's stubborn. There he goes.
All right. Let's see. We got another row at the back.
Yeah, they went to town with the hog rings on this.
They did. All right, now throw the cover to the side. Now the old foam, usually the left side is going to be pretty beat down from getting in and out of it. Every truck's going to be a little bit different just depending on how you get in and out of the truck. If you really slide out or if you kind of lift up out of it. You can take a steamer, just regular garment steamer, and steam the foam out. It'll really puff the foam back out, which will help it to really fill back up when you put the new cover on. It fills the cover out really well. It's definitely a really good thing to do. If it's really beat down, you'll want to add some extra foam, pad up the side bolster some 1/2-inch foam you can put underneath. You can even take your old cover that you're taking off, because there's 1/2-inch foam underneath all this stuff here. You can cut a lot of these panels off, and you can use a lot of that to use some spray adhesive, and you can add, re-pad your bolster up too. So just little tricks to kind of pad that left panel up depending on how bad it is. So we'll come through and pick all the rest of these hog rings out of the channels. Just throw those to the side. Alright, that's good. Now, we're going to get the new cover. Here we go. So, now we get to put all the hog rings back on that we just cut. So, we're going to grab a stack of hog rings. Alright, I'm going to usually start in the front here, or either front or back.
On the Acura TLs, or on the Acura MDXs, it's actually, I found out, easier to start from the back to the front, just because this channel is so deep that if you do these front ones, it's going to be a really big pain to do.
Okay, that'll work. We'll start in the back. I missed a couple back here. There we go. Okay, gotcha.
And it's easier to line up too.
Get you loaded up there. Let's see. Alright. So the cover will be flipped inside out like this, so you'll see all the underneath side facing here and the leather facing up. So we're gonna basically just kind of fold this up. Here's the hog ring strip that we've got, this little plastic piece crimped on the back. We're gonna line it up over the back slit here, and then you want to kind of get a visual on where your side hog ring bars are to make sure this thing didn't move too far left or right, and make sure it's pretty centered equally between the two. And then we're gonna go through here. Now with the hog ring pliers, I'll take the hog ring that's loaded in the pliers, and I'll try to hook this front edge on the ring onto the hog ring bar. That way I can push down into the cover with the pliers, and it's already hooked onto the to the piece that's on the cover. So that way I can push all the way down and then crimp at the bottom. They're pretty deep on these, so if you miss some, we send you a bunch of extra hog rings with it. So you'll definitely bend one without grabbing the bar. So
there's no shame in messing up a few of them.
And you don't have to cut the old one out. If you ringed it on there, it's hooked on, just leave it. Just grab you, load up another hog ring in your pliers, and just take another stab at it. Okay. All right.
I use 3 of them, right?
Yeah. Alright, now go to the middle one, and then just repeat what we did on the back. There's one. Two. Three. Alright, next section. Old heaters on.
Yeah.
Should cut those down the side.
Now,
no, definitely don't cut your heaters. So I'm just getting these out of the way because these are all beat up. All right.
This is a good time if your seat heater doesn't work and you need to replace it. It'd be definitely a good time to do it. And if it doesn't work and you don't care it doesn't work, all these wires just hang all over the place. And for some reason, the factory ones are very, very thin wired, so they tend to do that. Just like they'll come undone from the actual heater itself.
Yeah. Okay, now we gotta do the front to back ones. There we go. And you'll be able to see where you need to put the hog ring, because there's a little open spot in the foam, and you can see the metal bar that's in it. So that way you know where you need to hog ring it is. It's really easy. Once you look down into the frame, you'll see a little spot open in the foam where you'll need to put the ring in, because you'll see the little bar in that hole. So there we go. Just one. Okay, now we're gonna roll the cover over. So it's real important not to just grab a corner and pull it down, because you're gonna have a lot of ripples and wrinkles and stuff like that if you do it that way. You really need to pull it over the corner. So basically there's double seams that run the outside of this. So I'll usually have the back of it facing me, and I'll run my fingers in here and I'll put my fingers along that double seam. And I kind of anchor with my elbow, and I'll push out on the cover to stretch it over. And I usually kind of push in on the foam. And you never want to lose contact with your fingers on the foam. You want to leave it there and roll it, and keeping it pressure all the way down it. And pull there, and then we'll do the same over here. And then we're gonna pull it, and it'll smooth all that out there, and roll it down the front. There we go. Okay, we'll come back to the back. Okay, there we go. Now we'll come underneath and we'll set the stuff underneath. I'm gonna wipe all this down just because we got so many little shards of hog rings. We don't want to turn this cover upside down on the workbench and have a little piece cut a nick in it. That's the last thing we want. Okay, here we go.
All right,
now hog ring central again. So we're gonna feed, these are the factory bars again, right? So okay.
Yep, you use the factory bars on this, not on the inside channels, but on the outside ones you do.
So we'll feed these back to the loop. And hog ring pliers. Again, I'm going to take the hog ring pliers, I'm going to hook right through here, because that metal bar's in there. I can hook. Now I got leverage here, I can push. Boom, and then we can get it on right there.
I can go ahead and start clipping these back ones as well.
It'll work. This one has more hog rings than any vehicle I've ever done. There we go. Oop. Two more. Oh, thank you. All right. There's that.
Yep.
So.
These we don't quite clip yet because we have to run all the wires through them.
Gotcha, because we still got to pull the wires. We did make this little shortcut earlier by just cutting that slit in the factory one, but we'll have to snake some of the wires off to be able to feed it back through there. All right, looks like that looks good. All right, so we're going to start to put the frame back into here. The original cover, remember how we cut the slit on the back to feed the wires out of? If you don't cut that slit, you got to unwire you pull basically the whole wire assembly off of the frame. There's really no need to do that. The reason the wires run through that back hole in the carpet flap on the cover is just to kind of hold all the wires up. It's really easy to just run a zip tie through that through one of the seat springs, and that's what we're going to do. It just saves you, 30 minutes of unbolting the rest of this and pulling the entire wire assembly off of everything. So we're going to go ahead and feed this.
The only cable you're going to want to run through is the actual seat heater one. You just snake that through here. It comes around, and this one doesn't have to be ridiculously tight. Its only purpose is to hold those cables in. So.
Yep. And these are some of the coils we're going to use to run a zip tie on to hold the wire assembly up. So we'll go ahead and we'll start back, just nose it back in.
That's lined up right there.
Yep. Okay, pull that flap around. Pull that around. you'll be able to easily tell how lined up you are because you can see the big hole in the side for the bolts. So what it is, we'll probably just try to tighten in or just kind of hand tighten your rear bolt, and that way you got a pivot point so you can pull up on the front and to be able to get the rest of your all the wire connections hooked up. Yeah, just don't drive it in, just about half or something. This should be give us enough clearance to get to all the connections.
Just load that a little bit up.
You think can we pull? Yeah, we can still pull it. Should be able to. There we go. If not, we'll change that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can get to everything.
And so here are all the wires. Literally just going to zip tie it to this coil.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and make all our connections, and we'll bundle that up and run a zip tie right there. Boom, boom. All right, so I'm start plugging these boogers back in.
Where is the heater one? There it is.
There's that.
Now you're probably going to have a lot more connections to make just because a lot of the cables we don't have come from the car itself. So
some of these go to the DVD player. So
yeah,
that's the DVD player one, which we I believe cut out.
And then all these go to the box. Did you want to go ahead and do the zip tie? Okay.
Link those up.
I got it.
Does that one go to the top? Which one is the top? I can't see the hole.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. That was really the main four that we hit.
Yep.
It's the DVD player. I want to make sure which plug we're leaving out. It's the one for the DVD player.
It's a bigger one.
Okay, so that's DVD player. So this sucker.
Like I said, all those go to the actual car itself.
This goes to the heater. No, where would the heater come from?
I already got the heater.
Oh, you got the heater?
Yeah,
okay.
right there.
And this rig, when did that rig go to? Trying to think where that snaked into.
I imagine that would be maybe like a sensor that goes to the car. Like I said, I think a lot of these are going to be ones that go to the car itself.
The vehicle. I don't remember taking anything else out of that.
No, it's because a lot of them, they get cut out.
That's right. All right, perfect. All right, let's go and run that zip tie on it.
All right, here we go.
Perfect. All right, there's our bundle of wires zip tied on right there, and that's good to go. We'll run our other two bolts to hold the seat pan in.
Line up first. There it goes.
Perfect. We're gonna leave the DVD player off. If you need to put that on, it's just 4 little nuts right in the front. It's very easy accessible from the front. There we go.
So you gotta do this.
Bring all the panels over.
Yep.
So we need to put the front one on first.
Yeah.
Just go and lean the sucker back. Phillips.
Yep.
Little screws.
It's 4 of them, and it's going to be right here. Boom.
There's little spots here we need to trim.
Yep.
Okay. I should have cut those. Let's see, it's right.
And you probably just poke a hole with the screwdriver.
Yep, right there. I'll take the scissors. There we go. All right, so there's little white tabs across the front here that should have the threaded spot for the screws to go back in. You can feel each little post. We're gonna trim the little black carpet underneath here. so that those pieces are exposed so that when we can run the screws back through for that panel. There we go, so that one's there. And then you can get to the other one there. Okay, now we're sailing.
This is the tricky.
Is that lined up for you over there? I'll make sure I'm in the right spot over here.
Yep, right there.
Okay.
This is the tricky one because the screws are going to want to fall out.
If you hit something, knock something, the screws are going to fall down through the frame. There we go. There's that. Is there still one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the tricky one that goes through the motor.
This sucker here is holding it really good. It sticks on it real well if you want to try it with this one.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Heck
Yeah, it's holding really good. Go. All right, then we just got 2 more side panels and we're
That's it.
wrapped up, man. There's that. Let's go ahead and hit that. Let's go hit that panel first. Then we'll do the last panel with the control panel last.
So again, the important part is that
Does that one have it? Okay.
there's going to be a seat belt right here. You feed it through the seat belt. That piece just goes over this little nut right here.
Okay, yeah, this seat just didn't have the seat belt on it, so, but there's a slit in the cover so it'll flex so you can wrap it around. This, the female end of the seat belt that comes in, that comes up through it, so it's really easy. That way it's got a flex point, you can get it bend it around it. Let's go here with,
And then this piece right here
oh yeah, we need
hooks
to feed
underneath.
it. Yeah, so send it low and then lift up into it. There we go. Should we, oh there it goes. Okay, yeah, it's up. Yeah, let you line yours up and then I'll. Yeah, you good?
Yeah. Yep.
Just gonna shoot for blind luck here and see what happens. Yeah, let me try it so I can see what else is going on.
This little pocket, it's
there.
definitely going to hook in.
Yep. Need to. There we go.
Yeah.
Let up on the left.
I'm gonna hold this one while you stick it
There
in
you go.
so you'll be able to see the hole.
There we go.
I think you should be pretty close.
Yeah, I need to hold the cover to get it through. Okay, now it's, you can see it.
Yep. That did it.
Okay, now we'll flip around. Do the last panel. So we just got the last 2 wire connections for the all your control switches. We'll hook these guys in. We're gonna back one from here. And this is the one that's got that little metal stump with the plastic pocket in it here. So we'll wanna, yeah, we should get that sucker in.
Yeah, this one's bent. This
All
one's
kinds
bent.
of room, huh?
Yeah. Here.
There we go. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna line that up.
That'll
Yeah.
just feed down.
Yep, that's
Yep.
it. Okay. Then we got our 3 screws across the back.
Yep.
You good? Yep, my screw hole is lined up perfect there.
Yep.
There we go. All in all, it's a pretty straightforward install. The bottoms aren't nearly as difficult as a lot of models that are out there. It's pretty straightforward, especially if you just, when you're pulling the bottom cover off, cut that slit on the underneath side of the cover so you don't have to unsnake all the wiring harness underneath the seat. It's pretty time consuming pulling all that stuff off. Just run a slit and then just zip tie the wires back up underneath the frame. Saves you a whole lot of time. It probably saved 15-20 minutes easily off the install. So that is it. You got a new leather cover. You can see this side here that got cleaned versus the other side. The color match, everything, it just dials in great whenever you clean it with the scrub and bubbles. If you've got any other questions, or just give us a call at 214-710-2565, or check us out on our website at www.theseatshop.com. Thanks.